Good afternoon, Liberty North High School. I'm Luke Cornell.
And I'm Michael Fuller, filling in for Brock Gordon, who is out with a wrestling injury. Get well soon, Brock. On this special edition of North Nation Sports, we're going to have an in-depth look into all your Eagle athletics.
That includes wrestling, women's swim and dive, men's and women's basketball. We are very fortunate here to have one of the best home courts in Kansas City high school basketball. There's a lot that goes into making Liberty North Fieldhouse come to life on game days. Here's a look at the Liberty North Sports Marketing Program and how they worked with the Kansas City Royals this past year.
Recently, the world champion Royals Sports Marketing Department met with the Liberty North Sports Marketing Program to get the students' ideas and opinions on how to promote the 2016 baseball season to a teenage audience.
Getting to work with the Liberty North Sports Marketing class has been very beneficial for us. It's really an untapped market. We don't know much about the high school demographic, and so it's a chance for us to learn about what students do, their behaviors, how they intake games, how they engage and interact. So we saw a lot of interesting ideas today.
So the marketing staff has contacted me, and they also told the students here while they were here that they were really impressed. That they actually have never worked with another high school before. They've worked with us before, but never anybody else. So that's pretty unique that our school has a relationship with them, and you know, they're excited about that, and I think we'll do more stuff together in the future. But they've said that they will consider using some of the ideas that the students came up with, and they were going to go back as a team when they're getting their brainstorming session and stuff together for the next season. They're going to come up with some ideas and maybe use the ideas that were given to them in these presentations. So really, really a cool opportunity, and we're grateful for the Royals that they gave us that chance.
We're surprised to learn about some of the different giveaway items that students like, how they engage with social media, how they come and go to games, how they kind of walk around and where they like to sit, but very surprised by what sort of items they like for freebies.
Projects like this have helped me and other sports marketing students kind of prepare for like real life opportunities, which we don't get, but a lot of other schools don't get, but we get here because not a lot of kids get to work with teams like the Royals, or we've worked with Real Shields of the Chiefs in the past, and it just helps you get that real life opportunity and helps you when you grow up and you get a real job in marketing. You have the experience of presenting to professional teams and organizations, and it just makes you a lot more attractive.
Are in order to the sports marketing class. Thanks to their hard work, the Eagle Club's generosity, and lots of sponsorship dollars, they paid off an almost $300,000 video board in 2 years early. A huge achievement. Also, thank you to you guys in sports marketing for all you do for Eagle Athletics.
Moving into swim and dive, the women's swim and dive team has been in action all this winter. Here's a little update on your ladies swim and dive. Let's jump in. These swimmers made state. Sarah Philpott qualified for 100-yard breaststroke at the preliminaries of the KC Classic, and at the finals of the KC Classic, the 200-yard freestyle team, consisting of Kaylee Clausen, Madeline Sevier, Ashlyn Pope, Caroline Adams, also qualified. This is the biggest state team we've had in 2 years, folks. The 200-yard medley relay consists of Caroline Adams, Madeline Sevier, Melissa Hagan, and Kaylee Clausen is just a few seconds from qualifying for state. The varsity conference is February 5th at the preliminaries are the 5th, and the 6th are the finals. State is on February 19th, and the swimming preliminaries are on the 19th, and on the 20th is the swimming finals and diving. Congratulations, girls. And on that note, Sarah Philpott, one of our state qualifiers, took some swim B-roll and put it into a little feature. Let's take a look.
I had a number of dual meet wins so far this season, and we've been at a few invitationals, and we still got a few big things coming up. So far this season, Peyton Smith, our diver, has qualified for state. She's been at state the last 2 years, and we have a few other individuals that are really close to qualifying for state, and a few relays that are starting to get close as well. We've got a few freshmen, a few newcomers coming out this year, Melissa Hagan, Ashlyn Pope, Madeline Sevier, and they've been pretty strong as well.
The biggest challenge I faced this season was to really focus on my times and constantly be thinking about how I can be better.
You know, swimming is something where you get in shape and you got to stay in shape, just like, you know, I'm sure cross country and track are the same way, and so you lose a couple days of practice, and that does affect, you know, your physical performance.
The biggest challenge that I faced would probably be just working through all the hard times and making sure that I always do my best.
And that they're, having expectations that they can drop the times. It becomes a mental thing, I think. Right now they've done a really good job working hard throughout the season, and they've persevered in doing that. And so just, being mentally prepared as the season comes to an end and doing well there.
I'm pretty sad that it's going to end. I'm definitely going to miss all the meets and all that stuff because that's probably my favorite part of it.
Really for the invitationals, our main focus is just individually wanting to have good swims, and so we don't really focus too much about how many teams are there. And even at the invitationals, we don't really focus a whole lot about trying to beat one specific team or not. It's just about everybody individually doing well.
My goals for the season were to improve on my times from last year, but also to make more friends and be more comfortable with the team.
There's kind of just a process to the season where the times kind of start to come down at the end of the season.
My goals for the season are definitely cutting time. I want to really make sure I bond with the team. I want to make sure I make friendships that are going to last for a while.
Well, we try to build a team atmosphere. I think the more that the closer they are, then the better that they can support each other and want to swim well for each other. When we're at the dual meets, especially, it's much more of a team aspect in terms of if we can get a win, because so many people have to score and do well. Conference championships like that as well. Really, the whole team has to come together, and so the closer they are, I think the more that they want to help each other out.
4, 3, 2, 1. Well, from ladies killing it in the water to ladies killing it on the court. Luke, what do you have for us in women's basketball?
Well, the Lady Eagle basketball team is getting into the real beef of their schedule, with all the non-conference games have wrapped up, and all that stands in front of them is conference play. Thus far in the season, the Eagles are 5-12. The ladies have played some hard-fought games, with 6 of their losses coming from just single digits. In the Suburban White Conference, they are 0-3, but the Eagles will have to be road warriors the rest of the season, with 5 of their next 9 games coming on the road. Here's a look at the girls' JV basketball squad.
Our Liberty North women's basketball team has made significant progress. Let's go check it out. What are your guys' goals for the season this year?
We're going to try to have a better record than last year and just try our hardest every game, especially with the senior leadership.
Okay. What do you guys do to prepare for a big?
We usually go over what the opponents are going to be doing. So if they have a special offense, we'll go over how to defend it, and if we need to go over our offenses, then we do too.
What position do you play?
I play post.
And do you always play that position?
Sometimes I play wing too.
And do you like that position?
It's fine.
What do you think your team's biggest struggle is?
Putting our heads down too fast.
And what's your guys' favorite run that you played?
Hawkeye.
What's your guys' goal for the season?
To have a good record.
And what's your record right now?
12-3.
Okay, and how do you guys prepare for a big game?
We all get huddled up and get all motivated with each other.
You may not know this, but our wrestling team has had the best record in Liberty North history, with 7-4 and 4-1 in conference, with wins against Oak Park, Northtown, Ruskin, Raytown, St. Joe Central, and Truman. And the history doesn't just stop there, folks. The Teardown Richardson is still undefeated, and it looks like he's going to state. Also, Cam Stenner has broken a record for Liberty North with 100 career wins on varsity. Luke, I understand the women's basketball team has also made some history with the number 100.
That is right, Michael. Liberty North picked up their 100th win at the Denver Miller Classic in Kirkwood, Missouri. Congrats to Coach McCabe and his staff on that milestone.
On this season, the Eagles are 11-3 and 1-0 in conference plays. The boys have won both Liberty North Invitationals and the William Jewell Holiday Tournament, with wins versus Oak Park, Park Hill South, Rockhurst coming into those championship games. The Eagles also are signature wins versus McClure, North Washington, and St. Joe Central. And to highlight a few, this year Liberty North is led by 8 seniors, featuring 5 starting seniors. Let's talk about the seniors' importance in this role.
Yeah, the seniors on a team, it's really underestimated by some people what seniors do for a team, but they've been in the program for 4 years. They know what to expect, what coach expects out of them coming into each game. So
yeah, maybe even 5 though if they played in 8th grade ball. I mean, that's another way to get involved.
Yeah, and the team, 5 seniors starting, it's really unheard of in high school basketball. You look back at the teams that got 4th and 3rd a couple years back, They had 4 or 3 seniors starting. So those teams that performed at a high caliber, they didn't even have 5 seniors.
Definitely, yeah. Just seniors, like the leadership role that they provide to the underclassmen just definitely helps. Like the juniors and sophomores and even the freshmen that play on a separate team can just learn from watching the seniors play. And it's just really good to pass on the tricks of the trade to the younger people.
And these seniors really understand what Coach McCabe's pulling for, as their offensive numbers may not be the best. They're average, if not a little bit above this year. And Coach McCabe really emphasizes defensive rebounding, and this team shows it with their numbers.
Definitely, yeah. McCabe's defense is just one of his strong suits, and it's what wins games for them. I mean, you know, offense can like score a couple points, but defense is what wins championships and tournaments, and it's what it takes to win state often.
Some numbers to throw at you. They've held opponents to just 35% shooting on the season, and they also have a defensive effectiveness rating of 71%, which would be the best in Division I basketball.
Definitely, yeah, that's definitely good stats. And McCabe and his team just working together can really take us towards districts and our new conference, which is definitely harder next year, which consists of our actually crosstown rival Liberty, which is going to see some good play against their basketball program, which is definitely another good way to get involved.
That conference that Michael was talking about features the Liberty Blue Jays, the Truman Patriots, the Park Hill South Panthers, the St. Joe Central Indians, and the Raytown Blue Jays. So the Eagles will have a tough conference next year as they look to continue upon this season. Finish up on basketball. Here's a couple dates to put in your calendar. Court warming is Friday the 12th. The theme is Greece. Make sure to be there to support. And then wrestling senior night is Tuesday, February 2nd. That's tomorrow. So make sure to go and support the seniors and what they've done for this wrestling program. That's all we have for your sports show this week. Tune in next time, but we'll catch you on the north side.